In this video, we will cover how to utilize your student organization finances. If you are a financial officer or a treasurer, you have the responsibility of maintaining current and accurate records of all of your transactions, consistently updating all of your ledgers and spreadsheets, as well as maintaining the accuracy and validity of all of your financial paperwork. It is essential that as the treasurer, you're communicating with both the organization and the Carolina Union staff regarding any organizational changes and updating your Heal Life page. If you are submitting payment requests, they will not be approved if that treasurer is not listed on your Heal Life roster. It is important to understand where your RSO keeps its funds. Any funds generated by your organization, such as dues or sale income, must be kept in your off-campus bank account. If your organization is requesting funds from the student government, it will need an off-campus bank account to receive related reimbursements. The Carolina Union Student Organization Account, or CUSO account, is for organizations that receive student activity fee funds from a governing body, funding from a university department, or donations through the University Development Program. You do not need to request a CUSO account. If you receive funding from one of these sources, one will be assigned to your organization. The Student Organization's Finances Heal Life page is the main resource for utilizing the funds allocated to your organization. Here, you will find information on how to contact the CUSO staff, as well as information on how to make an appointment for questions or potential advance purchases via a purchasing card. There is also a link to more comprehensive videos about financial processes related to student organizations. This is also where you will find the forms for the different types of transactions you may need to complete, as well as documents, templates, and additional information that you might need. It's important to note that you will need to complete the process to become a vendor in the university system to receive reimbursements at the group's external bank account. This process can take a long time, so be sure to get started on that as soon as possible so that you are ready when you need reimbursements. If your organization does not have an off-campus bank account, the group will need to apply for one. You'll need to apply for an EIN or tax ID number, then identify an off-campus bank account. Be sure to keep the EIN document in place where future treasurers can access it, such as uploading it to the group's page on Heal Life, as well as making sure that the appropriate persons have the appropriate permission settings. It's important to keep the following in mind. A student org seeking bank account option should not use a member's personal checking account to manage org funds. You must also keep the financial records in the org's name and not in the name of any officer or your advisor. Never use a social security number to open a bank account for your organization. You should obtain an EIN for the organization. EIN, or an employer identification number, is also called a tax ID number. Student organizations are not permitted to use the university's EIN. Student orgs are legally distinct from UNC Chapel Hill and must independently comply with federal and state laws, including various filing requirements. It's important to note that student organizations are not granted tax-exempt status automatically upon registration, nor does the university's tax-exempt status extend to them as an organization. To become a tax-exempt nonprofit organization, it is a very complex process. Contact Carolina Student Legal Services for questions about that process. Here are some banking tips and recommendations. Remember to stay organized and always update ledgers and spreadsheets. More than one person should hold responsibility for the financial transactions. Keep authorized signer information updated with the bank. Make sure your banking documents are stored safely so that future treasurers can access them. Utilize your group's union mailbox for your mailing address, but remember to check the box as often as possible. And finally, when applying for a bank account, be sure that your organization's official name is listed correctly with the IRS and in Heal Life. This slide lists the most common sources of campus funding for student organizations. Check out the websites of each of these organizations for information on their processes and timelines.